The teasers dropped, the fandom went silent. I mean, in an instant, the entire K-pop world was just turned completely upside down.
Oh, completely.
Right. Today, we are exposing Stray Kids' secret plan to, like, literally destroy the industry. And this is all based on leaked corporate documents and just these jaw-dropping comeback schedules.
That's honestly wild.
It is. Welcome to Starscope K Report. Join Eric and Minji as they ride the Halley wave, uncovering the biggest K-pop comebacks, shocking industry controversies, and major K-drama updates. From internet-breaking rumors to historic chart milestones, we dive deep into the world of Korean entertainment.
And for this specific K report, we have a massive mission for you today. We are unpacking the jaw-dropping JYP Entertainment Q1 2026 Investor Relations Report.
The numbers are insane.
Right. And we're going to analyze how Stray Kids meticulously planned 2026 schedule, from the fan anniversary gifts all the way to their highly anticipated 10th mini-album, is literally rewriting the rules of global K-pop domination.
Yeah, it really is a masterclass in how to, like, hack the traditional K-pop business model. Let's set the scene here because I was looking at this JYP Q1 report and I actually had to refresh the page. I thought I was misreading the zeros.
I did the exact same thing.
Because the first quarter of 2026 felt like a quiet period, right? If you're a fan sitting at home, you genuinely thought Stray Kids were on a slight hiatus from major group album releases.
Yeah, a total hiatus.
Yeah.
And conventional industry wisdom tells us that if a top-tier group isn't actively promoting, well, the agency's revenue should take a massive hit.
Right. In this industry, silence usually means a dip in profits. If you aren't on music shows or making headlines, you supposedly aren't making money.
Exactly. I mean, the netizens were already speculating about a slow quarter for JYP, but then this financial document dropped, and the entire community was just completely shook by the group's invisible dominance.
Shook is an understatement. Listen to these numbers. JYP's Q1 revenue hit 186 billion won.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a 32.1% increase year over year. And their operating profit, it reached 33.4 billion won, which is a 70% increase.
Wait, 70%?
70. They pulled off a 70% profit jump while going from 5 major global album releases in Q1 2025 down to literally just 2 solo albums in Q1 2026.
That is mathematically ridiculous. How is an entertainment company generating record-breaking profits without releasing a barrage of new music from their heavy hitters?
Well, this is where we see the industry playbook being torn to shreds.
Totally. The traditional model relies on that exhausting back-to-back comeback cycle. But JYP leaned heavily into the sheer power of the global fandom.
Right, the fans are doing the heavy lifting.
Exactly. Specifically, this profit surge comes down to the continuous sales of the Stray Kids back catalog, primarily in North America and Europe. Plus, they executed these massive global tour-scale expansions for label mates like Twice, Day6, and ITZY.
But the real game changer here, the underlying mechanism that drove these numbers, is their Blue Garage e-commerce optimization.
Oh, the logistics shift.
Yeah, I want to dig into that Blue Garage strategy because it is fascinating from a supply chain perspective. For years, international K-pop fans have suffered through exorbitant shipping fees.
Oh my gosh, paying $40 to ship a $20 album from Seoul.
Exactly. It's the worst.
Right.
What JYP did with Blue Garage was decentralize their merch distribution. They set up global logistics hubs in the US, China, and Europe, and they opened localized pop-ups.
Which is huge.
Right. So by shortening delivery times and cutting those ridiculous shipping costs, they drove a 180.5% year-over-year increase in merchandise revenue.
And that just changes everything about how a fan interacts with the group, If you make it easy and affordable to access the physical goods, fans won't just stream the new releases on Spotify.
They buy everything.
They actively consume the entire catalog. I mean, the Hallyu wave has reached this incredible point of global saturation where you don't just buy the new album, you go back and buy the last 5 years of their discography.
Yeah, you buy the plushies you missed out on.
Exactly.
Think about it like a tech company moving to a software as a service, or SaaS, model. Companies like Apple thrive on locking you into an ecosystem. Once you buy the iPhone, you buy the AirPods.
Yeah, then the iCloud storage.
Right. JYP has essentially built an emotional subscription model. They aren't charging a monthly fee, but they've cultivated such deep loyalty that the fandom treats past albums and localized merch drops as a recurring revenue stream.
It acts like a SaaS product.
Yeah, so does this prove that the old, grueling idol system is becoming obsolete, at least if your fandom is this dedicated?
I think so. Agencies used to burn out their artists with 3 or 4 comebacks a year just to keep the lights on. Stray Kids is proving that if you focus on the bond with your fans, the back catalog will sustain the company.
So you can actually take the time to craft the next masterpiece instead of rushing it.
Right, and that's not even the wildest part of this comeback, honestly. Wait until you hear the unprecedented physical album strategy they just unleashed that is about to literally break the global supply chain.
I am so ready for that. But real quick, if you love staying updated on your favorites and decoding these industry moves, make sure you're subscribed to STAYweeK K Report because we've got even bigger scoops ahead.
So, we've established that a fiercely loyal fandom is the engine of JYP's financial success.
Right.
Therefore, the master plan requires constantly feeding and cultivating that bond. And that leads us directly into the massive campaign leading up to Stay's 8th birthday, the 2026 Stay Week.
The absolute best week of the year to be a fan.
Oh, for sure. And the timeline they put together for this is just intense.
It runs from July 26th to August 1st. They kicked it off by opening a physical pop-up birthday cafe in the Seongdong District in Seoul named Starlight, which runs until August 2nd.
I wish I could go to that.
Same. But what really caught my eye is the digital content. They are dropping a short-form drama series titled This and That, The Secret of Stay Company.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, the members actually act out running a fictional corporate office with fans. Along with that, they're releasing behind-the-scenes footage from their March and April fan meetings.
From a netizen perspective, this caused a total meltdown online. Seeing the group's stunning visuals in a corporate setting, especially watching the maknae try to act like a serious office worker.
It's hilarious.
It really gives fans the ultimate parasocial thrill. It's lighthearted, it feeds directly into the inside jokes the group shares, and it builds an entire cinematic universe.
Yeah, you aren't just listening to musicians, you are engaging with characters you feel deeply connected to. It's brilliant community management. But here's where I have a massive problem with their strategy.
Yeah.
Well, the ultimate gift of STAYweeK drops right at midnight on August 1st. They are releasing a massive 17-track digital album called SKZ-REPLAY 2026 Part 1.
Which is huge.
It features the lead single Battleground, the Korean version. Now, I work in media, and one of the golden rules is that you do not step on your own launch.
You think it's a misstep?
I think it sounds like strategic cannibalization. They are dropping a 17-track digital album just 6 days before their official 10th mini-album comeback on August 7th.
Yeah, that is close.
Right. If you are aiming for historic chart numbers on the mini-album, you need every ounce of fan streaming energy focused on August 7th. Why on earth would you exhaust the fandom and split your own streaming numbers a week early?
See, you're looking at this through the lens of traditional media, but this is actually a genius algorithm hack.
Wait, really?
Yeah. They aren't splitting streams, they're flooding the zone. Think about how the internet ecosystem works today, especially on platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts.
Okay, walk me through the mechanics of that.
If you drop one single, you give the internet one audio track to play with, right?
Right.
If you drop 17 tracks, that is 17 distinct new audios. That triggers thousands of new fan cams, lyric videos, reaction videos, and Twitter threads.
Oh, wow.
The algorithm privileges volume and engagement velocity. By dropping 17 tracks, they completely saturate the K-pop bandwidth.
So the algorithm just gets hyper-trained to push Stray Kids content.
Exactly. To anyone who has even briefly interacted with pop culture in the last week, by the time August 7th rolls around, the runway is completely paved.
That makes a lot of sense.
They aren't exhausting the fans, they are monopolizing the conversation so that no other group can even get a word in edgewise.
Okay, when you put it like that, it's like a political campaign flooding the airwaves in the final week of an election.
Yes.
You make it literally impossible for the consumer to see anything else on their feed but you. That is ruthlessly smart.
It really is.
And speaking of monopolizing the industry, later in the deep dive, we're going to talk about the massive historic milestone this new tour is about to hit in Japan, something no other foreign male act has ever done.
The scale of what they are doing in Japan gives me chills, honestly.
Yeah.
But to understand how they get there, we have to talk about the climax of this entire destroy the industry master plan.
Right, the actual 10th mini-album, This and That, dropping on August 7th. Let's break down the mechanics of this release.
Let's do it.
It's an 8-track EP, and the track list is heavy. We have the pre-release track Run It, which already dropped back in June, alongside the title track This and That.
It's so good.
Yeah, and then we have Farming, After You I Do, Way Out, back then, and a festival version remix of the title track.
Which is going to go crazy at live shows.
Definitely. But The most crucial detail, the thing that sets them apart from almost every other act right now, is that every single track is credited to their in-house producing unit, 3RACA.
Yes, Bang Chan, Changbin, and Han. The sheer dominance of 3RACA maintaining their self-producing king status cannot be overstated here.
It's rare these days.
It is. We are in an era where major agencies are spending millions buying tracks from dozens of Western producers and running massive songwriting camps just to engineer a 15-second viral hit.
But Stray Kids keeps it entirely in-house.
Entirely.
And the business implications of that are staggering. From a financial perspective, keeping production in-house saves the company a fortune in royalties and upfront producer fees.
Absolutely.
But more importantly, from a consumer perspective, it guarantees their signature sound. It proves to the fandom that the music is authentically theirs, which deepens that sauce-level loyalty we talked about earlier.
Right. And to back up that authentic music, JYP has unleashed a physical album strategy that is frankly dizzying.
My wallet is already crying just thinking about it.
Same. There are 24 physical versions of this EP.
Let me break down the logistics of this because it is wild. You have the standard this and that versions. You have a limited truck version.
Got to give the truck version.
Obviously. Then you have 8 individual member versions, so you can specifically buy your bias.
Right.
You have 3 US exclusive CD versions, a cassette version, and then, get this, 7 different vinyl variants.
7.
Target exclusive orange marble, Target exclusive tiny, Barnes & Noble tangerine, Walmart creamsicle, a Stray Kids shop seafoam green, moonstone, and solar eclipse.
The fandom panic over these 24 versions is real. On one hand, it is a collector's absolute dream.
Oh, for sure.
On the other hand, it's a highly calculated move aiming straight for a Billboard 200 all kill.
Let's explain the Billboard mechanics behind this real quick. A few years ago, Billboard changed the rules to stop artists from bundling albums with concert tickets or T-shirts to artificially inflate pure sales.
Right, the bundle ban.
Exactly. So the only way to juice your pure physical sales numbers now is through multiple variants.
Yeah.
But 24 variants isn't just about printing different covers. It's a hyper-targeted consumer matrix.
It really is.
It's like how an auto manufacturer has different trim levels for every type of buyer. You have the casual fan who buys the standard version.
Yep.
You have the hardcore fan who buys all 8 member versions. And you have the vinyl audiophile who wants the Walmart creamsicle to match their room aesthetic.
Which is me, honestly.
Same. It's supply chain gymnastics designed to maximize every possible entry point of physical revenue.
And it works because the fandom wants to propel them to the top of the charts. But what's truly mind-blowing is where they are taking this momentum next. Yes. If we look at the tour details, they haven't just hit the ceiling of global music, they are breaking right through it. The Stray Kids World Tour run. It kicks off with 5 sold-out shows at the KSPO Dome in Seoul.
Massive.
And some of those are being streamed globally via Beyond Livey, again tapping into that borderless digital revenue stream.
Yeah.
But the real historic moment happens in late August.
Right? They are heading to Tokyo.
Yes, on August 29th and 30th, Stray Kids will officially become the first foreign male act to headline Tokyo's Japan National Stadium.
The National Stadium, that is an absolute monolith of a venue. I mean, we are talking about a capacity of over 67,000 people per night.
It is the holy grail of Japanese venues. You don't just book the National Stadium because you have a hit song.
No.
You have to have a cultural footprint so massive that the entire city infrastructure stops to accommodate your event. To be the first foreign male act to ever do that.
It's unheard of.
It proves that the globalization of K-pop is complete. The Hallyu wave isn't just crashing on foreign shores anymore. It has entirely reshaped the landscape.
And Stray Kids are the ones holding the flag at the summit.
Exactly. And hit that subscribe button so you never miss a KT update as this tour rolls out across the globe, because we will be tracking every single broken record.
Absolutely. So it perfectly ties back to that leaked Q1 financial report we started with. When you look at the National Stadium milestone, the 24 album variants, and the 17-track digital flood,
Right.
you realize JYP wasn't just coasting on back catalog sales in Q1. They were quietly building a war chest for the biggest, most aggressive global rollout the industry has ever seen.
Every single move was a setup for this exact moment.
So we've covered the staggering financials, the clever algorithm hijacking during the 8th anniversary, the logistics of managing 24 album variants, and a historic stadium tour. If you are sitting at home looking at this massive master plan, what is the big takeaway?
Well, this raises an important question, and if a final thought I really want you to mull over. consider everything we've unpacked today.
Mhm.
You have 3 RACA writing every single track, which keeps production costs fiercely in-house. You combine that with a highly localized e-commerce strategy that turns a loyal fandom's love for the back catalog into a recurring revenue stream.
Right.
And then you weaponize the algorithm with 17 digital tracks just days before launching 24 physical variants to dominate the global charts.
It is a flawless ecosystem.
It really is.
Yeah.
So the question is, are Stray Kids quietly writing a brand new financial blueprint for longevity in K-pop?
Oh, wow.
And if they are proving that you can generate record profits without exhausting your idols with back-to-back comebacks, how long will it take for the other Big Four agencies to completely abandon their old, outdated playbooks just to copy JYP's homework?
You've been listening to STAYweeK K Report, where Eric and Minji bring you the stories shaping K-pop, K-dramas, and the global Hallyu wave. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.